Good evening, Facebook. Not Facebook, I mean Instagram Live. Yeah, this is Chaplain Anthony James, Marketplace Ministry. Just getting on tonight, waiting on my partner to get on as well. Waiting for some people to come on. Just gonna continue off from where we left off at. Actually Wednesday night. So that way we're going to talk about again, community involvement, community awareness. That's what we're going to, expound on tonight again, talking about this protesting, this all kinds of stuff that's going on right now, so just bear with me for a minute. Welcome again. This is Marketplace Ministry, coming at you live and direct, where this is real talk. Our slogan is real talk. And so that's what we do. Real talk. Let's give us a few minutes. Come on in, people. Nice to see everyone. Whoever logs on tonight, we really appreciate it. To keep this thing going, keep this communication going, keep this field going, keep this truth going. Well, I'm just going to give a little spill about Marketplace Ministry. It was founded by me, co-founded by Keith Henry, and we're just excited for what God is doing. And just bear with us. It's coming on in a minute.
What's going
on, my brother?
What's going on?
What's good? How are you?
All right, and yourself?
Good. Yeah, just, got on, I already introduced the Marketplace Ministry. Let them know I was the founder. You can tell them about yourself.
Oh, yeah, my name is Keith Henry. I'm the co-founder of Marketplace Ministries. Our goal is to, direct souls to God, man, by giving our testimony and our wisdom. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I mean, since last we got on, we ended it off with, with talking about fasting, you know what I mean, for this ministry, for some things to open up,
okay.
You know what I mean, as far as in the neighborhoods and in the community, so that way we can have a somewhat of a different slate when we go out there, in them streets, you know what I mean, in the towns, wherever we go, just believing that God is going to break the foul ground up, as we be obedient to what he's saying. So, the fasting thing has really, really been powerful. This is like, our third day. So, we got 5 more to go. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
8, which is a new number of new beginnings. And, we just believing in God to do some greater things in what we try to do. Because I just believe in the word of God. It says certain things can't come without fasting and praying. And so what we trying to do, we're going to need that. We need all the power we can get from up on high. You know what I mean?
Man, Chap, it's crazy, man. I don't even think that, we haven't been speaking like we normally speak this weekend for some reason. I don't know what it is, but, since we're on the fasting thing, man, this man has been wow. Man, it's been crazy. It's been like, it's just been crazy, unexplained crazy. It's like, and it's crazy. We haven't talked really, you know what I mean? Like, we haven't really talked like we normally talk. And, it's just like once we really get to talk, what I mean, you're gonna really see, you know what I mean? We talked a little bit earlier today, but we didn't really get into depth, you know what I mean? Because since we talked earlier, some things had transpired, you know what I mean? And and really opened up some other things for me. So it's just like, man, it's just crazy, man. Like, I thank God for it though, and it gave me a lot of clarity and it gave me a lot of confirmation. Like, I think that's the result of the fasting. I mean, I think that's the result of, God finally seeing that, hey, I'm willing to, go this way. And he understands my heart. Even though without fast, in my opinion, it's mind a fast like that. From my understanding, I'm just not really getting into the fasting thing, but from my understanding, the more difficult fast that we can take part in. However, just in my opinion, just by God knowing that I'm really partaking in it, He's pleased with it, and He's really unlocking a lot of things, man. So, you know, um,
Right.
I say that to
Right.
say, our listeners, man, yeah, this is one of my first times really, really just saying, hey, let me see what this fast and stuff is about. Like I've been said it, but I wasn't serious with it. Like I wasn't serious with it. You know what I mean? So, and it's proven, and we just been doing it for 3 days. You know what I mean? And it's been proven to be a very effective tool. You know what I mean? So, that's why I'm
Yeah.
at with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I believe a lot of times in the body of Christ, um, fasting is for a lot of things. It's not just for the physical body, it's for the spiritual. You know what I mean? It's actually, I believe that's a connection to God is when you're obedient, because if you can do something, anything else in the Bible, why you supposed to fast as well? Because that says in the Bible you're supposed to do also. And like I said, it says some things are not going to come through. Like people ask for different things. Some things are not going to come, even if you ask without fasting, meaning that turning over your plate. And a lot of times it's the fasting is really not for us, it's for somebody else. You know what I mean? That's what God is trying to get to. He's trying to get help. We're actually marketplace ministry as well as ministry. We're trying to help other people come to a realization in their life where they can get on track and possibly do some things that they were called to do as well. You know what I mean? So it's not pretty much about us with the fasting, because God got us. We're fasting for people that's lost. We're fasting for people that's crying out, looking for an answer, and we're praying that God gives us the answer so we can bring it to them. You know what I mean? Meaning that go out in the highways and the byways and see about God's people. You know what I mean? Just see about people, in general. So we this fasting thing is powerful because obedience is better than sacrifice.
Right.
And of course you're gonna have a challenge. You're gonna have a challenge in anything you do. But when you fast, I know for me, every time I fast, my mouth get dry. It'd be like soon as I start fasting, next thing you know, I start smelling food from all kind of different places. You know what I mean? Because I believe that's my weakness.
Right.
That's what fasting does. It brings up your weaknesses. And so that's what God wants us to work on, those things that can easily beset us, because fasting is a serious situation. And so, but you're supposed to put something in place of what you were already doing. Like for me, as I'm fasting, I'm reading the word of God as well. You just can't go on a fast because the word says faith cometh by hearing and hearing the word of God. And once you begin to read the word, then now the fasting comes a little bit better to you. It's not so much like, oh man, I'm gonna miss my fast. And then there's so many different fasts you can go on. You know what I mean? You can go 6 hours, you can go a day without eating. We doing ours with just drinking water. And,
Right.
we fast 6 days, 6 hours a day. You know what I mean? But the most powerfulest thing, what we're doing here, we on one accord. You understand? We on one accord. And as long as you stay on one accord, now you can get through this thing, because it's like I told my brother here, Keith, if anything, going on, text me, whatever. Just don't not connect with me. Just like me, if I feel something going on and I need some clarity, I need some extra prayer, I'm gonna holler at you. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, Keith, what's good? What you doing? You know what I mean? Because we're supposed to make sure we check each other. You know what I mean? And so that's what makes the fast more powerful. But I believe God is getting ready to do some powerful things other than what's been going on already. In this world with the COVID, and you got the protesting going on. It's a lot of things going on, but you can't be distracted in these times.
Right, Chap. My grandmother used to tell me, God wouldn't allow nothing so bad to happen that no good come out of it, and I believe that's what's going on right now. I believe that, we really we letting this COVID thing really I know me myself, man. We can say we want to say about this pandemic or, whatever we want to say, but I mean, hey, this has been the best time of my life almost. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not gonna say that, but this has been very beneficial to my life. I surely hate to say that when so many people lost their lives and things of that nature. However, it's been very beneficial, not only financially, but mentally and spiritually, because
Right.
it really shut everything down and gave me time to really reflect on myself and reflect on my situation, reflect on my company, you know what I mean, reflect on the man
Right.
I am, you know what I mean? And I believe that, we really paying attention to we thinking the glass is half empty, but the glass is half full. You know what I mean? There are 1,000 people, 100,000 people that might have lost their lives, but there probably been 100 million people that found themselves. You know what I mean? So we really have to be careful, on how we really approach these situations and how we come to them because me myself, I just learned to really look at the glass half full instead of the glass half empty, and these one of these situations that really gave me the opportunity to look at the glass half full, and I haven't looked at the glass half full in years, you know what I mean? And now it's like different things are coming to my life, you know, and it's just a lot of things coming in my life, and I really thank God for it. I'm just humble, I'm thankful,
Right.
man. And again, I hate that it had to be such of a big chaos, but I understand that's how God works. Like even when he separated the Red Sea, everybody didn't make it across the Red Sea. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what this is.
Right.
Because with the COVID, if it was so in the airborne, it could have took everybody out. It took a lot of people out, but it didn't take everybody out. You know what I mean? So, like I say, man, that's what we're here for, man. We just really give, good testimonies and really make sure that oh, people are really going with the right mindset, you know what I mean, staying positive in this time of
Right.
craziness and turmoil, you know what I mean? And I thank God, Chap, I've been through it, the last couple of years, but I thank God I went through it because now I believe I gained my strength by going through it. And now I believe
Right.
a lot of people need me right now. Like I've been on the phone with a lot of like my family to be exact, like my mother, and just talking to her and understanding, what I mean to her, who I am to her. I ain't to nobody else. I'm her son. She getting up in age, and it really kind of gets like the extra motivation to really do what I need to do to make sure she be okay. You know what I mean? And like I say, man, I found that in this pandemic. You know what I mean? I found that like, because I used to didn't think like that. I used to thought that, she gonna take, but now it's like, nah, I had to take care of my mama. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, and I had to get to a place where I can stop and think. That's my mom. She took care of me, so I got to do the same for her. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's
Right. Right.
that with it. So that's why I say
Right.
we just have to take this time that God stopped and made everything stop and really reflect on what's important to us and how we're gonna move forward once the gates open up. You know what I mean? And I know I'm spending most of my time for my mom with my mom. You know what I mean? And that's just me. And Jeff, I wouldn't think like that not too long ago. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Right. Right.
so you know, yeah, that's what this stuff is. Like I say, that's why this ministry is so important to me because if it weren't for Chap, I wouldn't be at this place. You know what I mean? I thank God for him, and that's why I take time today to make sure somebody else hear this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Because we never know who we're gonna touch. You know what I mean? People need this.
Right.
So, and especially a lot of people seeing me, they seeing my walk, you know what I mean? So if they can see where I was and where I'm at now and who I'm contributing the help to, like it should really, speak volumes, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
I know I changed, I know I was in a whole different mindset, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of embarrassing, but I thank God about it because I could teach the next person. You know what I mean? I could tell the next person, nah, that ain't what you want.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I mean that's good, man, and that's the way you need to look at it because ain't nothing new under the sun, man. As you was talking, man, God is always constantly giving me stuff, scriptures on, so that way we can share things to enlighten and bring the light to different things. Just like, all this COVID and all whatever is going on, man. Look at Lazarus in the Bible, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Martha and his sister, Mary and Martha, they was running, going to get Jesus, and it was like, yo, he was like, what's going on? It was like, Lazarus is dead. You know what I mean? He's like, Lazarus dead. So Jesus didn't blink no eye. He didn't fret. He didn't do none of that because he knew who he was. He knew that had to happen. So they didn't know. So what they were like, well, if you was here, they was like, Jesus, if you was here, he wouldn't have died. Jesus like, wrong. He had to die. So that way he'll know that I was the truth and the life.
Right.
You understand? So things has to happen. You know what I mean? Things has to happen so God can resurrect the situation. So now people, for whatever reason, it's always something crazy that got to happen before you can get the testimony, because there's the test comes before the testimony. And in all walks of life, you know what I mean? We all got testimonies. It's who's going to be bold enough to testify on what took place in the past, now in the future, moving forward in the present. What is your testimony going to be? Is it murmuring, complaining, or are you going to be thankful? Because everything ain't nothing new under the sun. Whatever's happening now that happened before. You know what I mean? So God is just showing us that we have to stay focused. We have to be focused, and we have to lean on each other, because that's all, we have down here. We have to lean on one another, and leaning meaning that, not just being a hindrance, but leaning on somebody is really trying for help.
Right.
However you ask for help, just be bold enough in asking for help. Because some people don't ask for help. They just go through it.
Right.
They go through it.
Right.
I've been there. Nah, I can't ask nobody to help me, man, because I'm too embarrassed. Man, please. The person you asking for help, you don't know what they done been through. You know what I'm saying? Most times God will send somebody to you that's been through a lot, probably worse than you have.
Yeah.
So just to get a word to you. But for the most part, it says study to show yourself approved.
Right.
If you seeking God, seeking the word of God says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and the rest will be added unto you. You have to talk to God. You know what I'm saying? Every day. You cannot miss a day.
Right.
It's imperative to miss a day without talking to God. If you think you can get up and just go to work every day and earn money, or you think you can do whatever you're doing without talking to God, man, you're going to be in trouble. Because when that calamity come, whenever that situation come to test your house, man, you ain't going to have nothing standing on. You're going to be standing on quicksand. You know what I mean? And so you have to learn how to trust in God who you can't see.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the people that you can see, you got to trust them also. You know what I mean? But it takes some time. It's a process to all of that. You know what I mean? But we're living in some times now, things are happening so quick. Things are happening quick. So Keith, yeah, man, this fast, man, is really, and now the fast too, your fast takes weight off you. You know what I mean? You lose weight too. So it's a twofold. You don't just get the spiritual side of it, you get the physical side of it too.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
One second, Chef. I want to, man, I forgot. I should have gave my girl Naomi. I don't know if she's still, man. She's a very beautiful woman, inside and out, man. We did some work back in the day, I don't know if she's still on here, and then I just wanted to take time I give her a shout out. I don't know if she's still on here or not. But
just shout her out anyway, man.
Hey, what's going on, man? Holla at me.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this it's like, man, we have to understand each one teach one, man. We have to share. Nobody's bigger and nobody's better than the other. It's all about growing. It's all about being mature. You know what I mean? And when you start growing into maturity, man, that small stuff, like the Bible says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child.
Right.
When I grew up, I had to put childish things to the side. So Whatever you dealt with that was childish when you was a kid, when you're a grown person now, you can't really afford to deal with that stuff, because really you're gonna get cracked open with it. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna hurt you. It's not gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hinder your walk, whatever you're trying to do, because you're supposed to have let that go. You don't supposed to be holding on to some stuff when somebody's picking at you. When you was 14, 13, 12, somebody picking at you and you catching feelings and you can't stay focused, and then you still like that at 30? That's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good. You know, ain't nobody gotta pick at you or nothing. You gotta let that go.
Oh yeah.
You gotta let that go. You gotta let stuff like that go. If somebody don't like you, who cares? Who cares? It's, you know, what I always say it like this: whatever you don't like about me or say about me, it's none of my business.
Right. And you know, Chap, a lot of people don't like themselves, though, Chap. Like a lot of people can't.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta. But that takes courage. That takes talking to yourself, talking to God. I always used to hear people say, when you talk to yourself, you're crazy. No, that's a lie. I talk to myself all the time. You know what I mean? I remind myself of who I am. You know what I'm saying? If it takes that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it may take that. Yo, God, who am I? You know, who am I? You know, constantly remind yourself. Why not look in the mirror? Look in the mirror and remind yourself who you are, because sometimes it may take that. You know, don't listen to what people got to say. Nah, you ain't supposed to be doing that. Now, whatever works for you, make it. Whatever works for you and it's coming out positive, continue to do that. You know what I mean? If somebody give you a nugget, if somebody gives you something that's working for them, and you want to be positive and you want to get to that next level, follow what they're doing. That's not copying off nobody. Everybody takes something from somebody. Everybody in this, any great basketball, football, singer, any professional person that's successful got some stuff from somebody else. They didn't add, all they did was add that to their repertoire of who they was doing, what they were doing. You know what I mean?
And you really kind of crazy if you don't. You know what I mean? Eddie, like,
right.
Chap, like, you know, I take a lot of stuff from you. You know what I mean? But I don't be arrogant with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, to me, I do it as a like a role model type thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, out of respect. You know, and I believe that people people would like for you to take something from them out of respect. You know, they would, hey, this is what I'm doing. It go if you're gonna take it out of respect. And, you know, give me my credit. You don't even have to give me the credit, you know what I mean? But just don't disrespect me, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's fine. Go ahead and take it, you know, utilize it. You know what I mean? I think that's what people do it for. But I think it's an ego and a pride that will stop a person from taking something that might help them, you know, achieve what they need to achieve. You know what I mean?
I mean, and yeah, you can look at that in so many different ways, because everybody under the sound of my voice right now done took something from, done used something of somebody else's, and you probably added to it. Right. You understand? You can talk about Michael Jordan, how great he was. Man, he took from Willis Reed, he took from Dr. J, he took from every player and added that to what he was doing. That's what made him so great. Right. You know what I mean? He didn't, because first of all, he had to gain that type of skill set for himself. But he saw what they were doing and he tried some of their moves, and it worked. It worked. So why not work it? You know what I'm saying? It's some things that my wife, she teaches a lot. She don't think I'll be listening sometime. I'll be paying attention. I use some of her stuff and add it to my stuff. Why not? If it's gonna work, I'm gonna use it.
Got to. I'm
gonna use it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how God made us. He didn't make us one dimension. You know what I mean? He said, listen, learn, extract from the next person and grow. That's why when you read books and stuff like that, it's a reason why you read books, because you learn something from those books. You add what's good, whatever's that you don't want, you just leave it in the book. The thing that you may use, you take it out and you utilize it. And that's what books are for. That's what Google is for. If that's the case, then why somebody create Google? Why somebody created Google then? You know what I mean? They created Google so that way you can learn from that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, it's all about each one teach one. And, you know, marketplace ministry, this is what we're about. You know what I mean? Each one teach one. And we just basically our slogan is real talk. This is what we on here doing. We talking about some real life stuff that can help the next person as well as ourselves.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I'm not willing to help the next person. I don't learn nothing. It don't make sense.
Right.
You know, why are you doing that? It doesn't make sense. So when you helping somebody, you're helping yourself as well.
Oh yeah.
Because God is add on to you. And so that's who we about. And you know, everything is, like I said, when we start moving around to cities, to states, when we come to your city, we coming just like this. We coming, it's gonna be different because we're gonna be moving. We ain't gonna be sitting down talking. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a different flow. But at the end of the day, you know, God is poured into our ministry so that way we can pour into other people, you know, and you know, we're gonna have some specific times on when we're gonna get on and far as what days we're gonna get on, you know what I mean? So we just gonna just move out, you know. You got anything to say, my brother? What's going on?
Oh man, nothing much. The camera just keep flipping on and off, man.
Yeah. This is Instagram Live, like,
yeah, man.
We live. So at the end of the day, you know, we taking out, we appreciate y'all listening to us and timing in on what we got to say. And like I said, DM us. And if you got any questions, you got any prayer requests, you know, holler at us. You know, if we can help you, that's what we're on here for. This is what this is about. Each one teach one, you know what I mean? Because when you see us in person, it's gonna be the same flow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one thing about it, you know, don't never, you know, judge a book as cover. You know, I say that to say, you know, when we come, you know, the energy and excitement is there. You know what I mean? It's here right now. You know what I mean? However,
Right.
we just understand that we have to reserve some of it for certain situations. You know what I mean? Like we just now starting. We can't put all the energy out right now because this is long term. You know, this is not something short term where we just gonna be, you know, here fly by night. Now this is something that's built on longevity. You know what I mean? We plan on riding this thing out until we're no longer needed. You know, hopefully that'll never happen because, you know, people are gonna forever be, you know, rebooted. You know what I mean? I don't care where you at. You know, that's what we're doing right now.
Right.
We're rebooting everybody. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I say, we're here for long term. You know, the energy is there. You know, like I said, we just striking the match right now, man. We just really, you know, coming on out of
Right.
who we are, what we are. You know, we want to keep reiterating that because we want y'all to know that, like I say, everything is here, man. The energy, the wisdom, everything. We just need y'all to come get on board, you know, and stay consistent with us, man. Hopefully, every time you click on, you learn something different. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But and you can utilize it in your own life, or whether just learn something new about each one of us. You know what I mean? So because we want your long term support as well. We want your long term prayers. You know, we want you to ride out with us. You know what I mean? You know, just for our children, it's for our people. You know, and for everybody really. You know what I mean? We not discriminating. We not doing none of that. Everybody has a soul. You know, we here for that. So. You know,
Right.
that's with the marketplace ministries, man. You know, I do believe this is the wave of the future. I have several things going on, but I believe this right here is one of the most important things to me. You know what I mean? So, you know, I make time, I dedicate time. You know, sometimes we be on the run, but my thing is, you know, I want y'all because I believe when I get on, I'm gonna really give my testimony and my story. And it's going to help somebody that's really been going through that might need to hear my story. So, you know, I'm obedient and I do what God tells me to do. And like I said, we just want this to be contagious. You know, we want people to spread their story or whatever. If not, join us, you know what I mean, and fill us up with your love, you know what I'm saying, and your testimonies and stuff like that, you know. Because that's what this is, man. Even though he's the founder, I'm the co-founder, it's for everybody, though. You know what I mean? You know,
Right.
like I say, we want to get prayer requests, you know, Q&A, whatever it is that y'all need to make yourself feel more comfortable with us. We want to do that, you know what I mean? Because we need y'all. You know, we don't need you to go on your purse or your wallet. You know, we just need you to open your heart, and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's what we have to do.
Right. Okay, okay. And yeah, just I want to just, reiterate of we was talking about the churches as well. You know what I mean? Because we are the body of Christ, and we just want to reiterate that we're looking for pastors and apostles and bishops. We looking to collaborate with your ministry. You know what I mean? Whatever you got going on the outside of your ministry, well, it's on the inside of your ministry. We're here to help. We're here to lift your hands up because we are the body of Christ. Ain't no more of that, yo. If you don't fellowship in my church, you can't be a part. Then you shutting down the body of Christ. Then you're limiting yourself. You're limiting God from what He really wants to do. Because we're coming like, no, listen, whatever you have going on, we are a church without walls. This is what this ministry is about, marketplace ministry. But we still are willing to collaborate with the church itself. You know what I mean? Whatever you need for us to do, if you need prayer from us, you know what I'm saying? If you're going out over the highways and the byways to reach people, holler at us. Let us know what's going on so that we can come and be a part if we, choose to do that. But just give us an opportunity to make you better. Right. You know what I mean? In the pastor's hands, your hands need to be lifted. Right. You know what I mean? Because the church, I'm telling you right now, and I'm talking from experience, the church, as I know it right now, is under repair. And we need the body to be strengthened right now. It ain't pointing no fingers at nobody. We all in this. Because if we fail, if the church fails, that means we fail too. Right. You know what I mean? We all, if we successful, that means we're successful. So it's all one body. It's not different doctrine, different denominations. Let's all come on one accord. Let's get on one accord because you can't. You do anything else. Right. So let's get on one accord. You know what I mean, with this thing, because that's what God is really after right now. He's after that oneness. Because that has not happened. That has not happened. We can go back into Pentecost. That's when the Holy Spirit really came and did its thing. But now, man, that was so many centuries ago. You know what I mean? So can we get back to that oneness? If we can get back to this oneness without, my church has got more numbers than you, or my church is doing better things than you. No, that's garbage. Because if you look at the demons and the devils and the warlocks and the witches, they come one. They don't separate when they come to tear something down. Right. So that's how we got to do. We got to come together. Oneness. Never mind this different situation, this denomination crap and all that, man. Let's come together. God is saying in this time, in this time, we need to come together. Right. And I'm clear with it. I'm clear. And I hope you get this word and you take it to heart. Take it to God. If you don't believe what we're saying, then go see about what if what we're saying is gonna line up with it. Right. You know what I mean? I know that's what we're supposed to be doing. Right. You know what I mean? Because we're not gonna get on here and just be talking crazy and talking about this and that don't have no relevance to what's going on, especially out in these streets. These streets need God out there. They need the light because it's dark out there. It's so dark out there, man, to whereas if we light, we need to go light the streets up. Right. If we say we truly light. So let's make this happen, because when we come to your city, that's where we coming. We coming with God. We ain't coming with nothing else. No, we ain't coming with chicken dinners. Right. We ain't doing that.
And you know what I'm saying? And we too, man. If you out there, you in the city, you in a different city, man. You might feel like you need some spiritual guidance or wisdom. Holler at us, man. We can see what we can do. You know what I mean? Like, let's get this thing started. You know what I mean? Like we ready. You know what I mean? Like, just holler at us. You know what I mean? Let's get
right.
Yeah, That's it.
Right. Let me change that. Let me back up. I said we ain't giving chicken dinners. I ain't trying to be funny, but meaning that we're not trying to sell things like that in the church. If anything, we're gonna feed people.
Right.
You understand? We coming out there to feed people, man. You understand? We feeding the needy, not the greedy. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's what we out to do. We out to bless. If God has blessed us, then we need to be a blessing to his people. So, you know, but that's gonna bring us together. Whatever it takes to bring us together and get some clarity and get to build some traction, that's what we're gonna do.
Right.
To build some traction in the body. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the church is malnutrition right now. The church is hungry right now. You understand? They're hungry. And I can promise you, then you know, they're hungry in every area.
Right.
I know I'm hungry in some areas, and so so we can come together and we can build each other up. You know what I mean? Because that's the route we're taking on this, because that's the route God is leading us to do. You know what I mean? We ain't coming like we the best thing since sliced bread, but God is.
Yeah, man.
God is.
That's the thing. We not even coming as us, man. We're coming as ambassadors. You know what I mean? Like, we coming as ambassadors. As you know, as sheep that from God, you know what I mean. We not coming from a place of arrogance or none of that. You know what I mean. We just bring the spirit. We kind of bring the love, man, because a lot of places need that right now. You know what I mean.
Bringing the gospel. We bringing the gospel. You know what I mean? The gospel is in so many directions. The gospel ain't just so spiritual, so heavenly bound and no earthly good.
Right.
We coming with the gospel of Jesus Christ, and that's where we coming from, and we ain't trying to, you know, get with any situation that's going to derail us off of our course. Right. You know what I mean? We're going to stay on our course and helping one another out, however that is, whatever help that looks like. You know what I mean? And that's what we're looking forward to, Marketplace Ministry doing that. That's what we're going to be known for, real talk, and we're going to do real things, because people definitely do real things. You know what I mean? And that's how we're coming. And so, yeah, Keith, man, this has been, you know, God is really, I see him blessing this ministry because of the obedience. Right. You know what I mean? Of the obedience. And then we're not sacrificing what God is telling us to do. Right. You know what I mean? But really, I fear God in a way where it's a reverential fear, not fear him as that he will kill me. I fear him that he will shut me out of what he's trying to do because I was disobedient. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the push. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? That's why he birthed Marketplace Ministry like this, so that way, because he saw us being obedient, and he really see that we really trying to reach people. You know, not reach people's pockets, but reach their hearts. Right. You know what I mean? Because we God is blessing us, and you know, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And so, but like I said before, man, you know, we have to, me and you, as long as me and you, the co-founder and the founder, is on one accord, then boom, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward in what God is telling us to do. You know what I mean? Because that's just what it is, man. That's why we communicate so much every day. Me and this brother right here, we talk every day. We like this weekend, we just got this fast going. We went to converse in a couple of days, but he has his own life. I have my life. But at the end of the day, I can promise you, the communication is coming so heavy to the point when you don't communicate, you're gonna be missing it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's how a relationship is built. When you start missing the conversation, missing that part, you know something's up. Like, yo, how you building? Now you building a relationship now. You know what I mean? Because you like, dang, man.
It's a part of you day to day. You know what I mean? Right. And if you don't have it day to day, it don't seem right. You know what I mean? It's something is out.
Right. That's right. That's like a relationship with a man and a woman, or whatever relationship, a love relationship. You know, everything may not be 100%, but man, you miss something about that person. So you like, when you don't do it in a couple of days or whatever the case may be, you should start missing it. And if you don't, something wrong. Somebody need to say something. You know what I mean? Somebody need to say something. You know what I mean? And poke somebody and whatever. Like. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just honored to God to allowing us to bring about this ministry, man, because this ministry is what's going. This is the new way order.
Oh yeah, oh
I,
yeah, oh yeah. This,
you know what I'm
this,
saying?
this is the new wave, Chef. I believe this is the new wave. Like this is definitely gonna be up there with that new thing that's coming out of what's going on, man. I definitely believe that we really hit the mark because it's a lot of people that's really out here talking. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I love them, like my man Nino Brown. There's a few others. You know what I mean? However, they not really getting in depth with it like we getting in depth with it. They not really dealing with issues. Like they give you game, they give you knowledge. They not nothing after that. You know what I mean? They not giving you them. Like they not giving you the keys to really, to get what it is. You know what I mean? And I believe we really hit it. Like we really hit it. Like we really hit it. Like I say, man, we got a lot of good people came on tonight. Man, Pupa, Naomi, you know what I mean, Keys, Boogie Nights, you know what I mean, like I said, we really hitting it, like we really hitting on to something, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Let me give a shout out to my man Dexter Bristol. Okay. Man of God, he's on here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what's up, man. This is what God is doing, man. And I appreciate you coming on, man. And you already know, man. We grew up in the same town. You know what I mean? So the brother's powerful, man of God, right there, doing some great things in the kingdom. So yeah, this is what we doing, Dex, man. Just keep us uplifted in prayer, man, and stay focused with us, man, and chime in, man. And we'll be talking though, man. But again, we appreciate you coming on because God is doing a new thing. He's doing a new thing. Everybody's looking at the new world order with the government. Man, listen, man, get your mind off the government because what's going to happen is going to happen. Right. And you just your house better be in order. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what God is leading us to. My wife had me looking at some crazy stuff this weekend called doomsday prepping. I need y'all to look at that stuff, man, because it's powerful, man. I can't really expound on it as much, but do the research on doomsday prepping. You might learn something because it's teaching you how to prep for what's coming. You know what I mean? And at first I always fight her sometime for whatever reason. She always trying to gotta pull teeth with me for me to watch something with her, to see something. Then when I get to watching it or listening, I'm like, oh snap. Yeah. And that's like, because that's my help. That's my help. So she knows what I need. Sometimes I'm a little stubborn with it. But yeah, that doomsday prepping is powerful, man. And then, they going about it crazy, but it's real. It's real. It's talking about getting ready for when things shut down this economy. You know what I'm saying? That's what Marketplace Ministry is bringing too. We're going to bring information, not just information. We're going to bring revelation to the table. You know what I mean? Because if we're going to help each other, we got to help each other all the way. We just can't half help you. Right. You know what I'm saying? If we got some knowledge and some wisdom and we understand certain things, we got to give it up. We got to give it up.
That's a good thing about this, man. I'm learning too, man. I learned about the doomsday prepping. You know what I mean? Like I say, right. Some things be surprising to me too, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I get on here, I learn too. You know what I mean? And I love to learn. That's just me. I love to learn.
Right.
And that's what makes it so interesting to me because I try to learn something new every day. You know what I mean? That's my motto.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The knowledge is power. You know what I mean? And I definitely understand that. So I try to be as much powerful as I can.
Right. Well, I'm saying, go ahead.
Because the learning opportunities are endless, man. Just all I do is give it your ear, man. You gonna learn something.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. That prepping, man, is just all it talks about is preparing. Preparing, like vegetable gardens, start growing your own gardens, your own food. You know what I mean? Because you never know when to shut down. I mean, almost a little bit of it happened around this COVID. You know what I'm saying? At first, when they did the shutdown, the lockdown, right. Man, it was food was scarce. People was buying up everything, and if you ain't got no pantry set up, You know what I'm saying? Now's the time to go buy your little stuff. Be stacking your little stuff up. So when if that happens, you got your water, you got different things. So we're gonna be coming on the line, you know, as we continue to grow, we're gonna come on and share a lot of this stuff so we can be ready whenever something's going to happen in society and community. Because at the end of the day, if you're not ready, man, that's why God, I believe he's building community now. He's building us up now because something's going to hit. This pandemic done already hit. There's something else coming. Don't get it twisted. Don't sleep now. Don't sleep. There's something else coming. We don't know, but I'm telling you, we're living in those times now. So we're going to have to get stronger and come together and say, yo, listen, like families used to do years ago. We used to give each other food. You know what I'm saying? If you needed an onion, if you needed some flour, we could do that. That's how we got to get back to. We got to get back to the basics. You know what I mean? Where we can help each other. It's not enough for God to bless you. You got to be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's what being blessed is, being a blessing. So we're gonna be, you know, every now we come on, we're gonna get some information and some revelation as God continue to give us different things. We're gonna share it on this, and then, like I said, when we come to your cities, be prepared for us because we coming.
Hey, one other thing too, y'all, man. You know, if you watch this video after we posted it or whatever, man, you want to give us some feedback. You know, you want to give us any type of communication, man, we open, man. Like, you know, going out with the, you know, whatever, however you want to do it, man. You know, no such bad news is good news. You know what I mean? If you feel we're not doing a good job in this or whatever, you know, say that. You know, we take constructive criticism well, as long as it's out of love and with care. You know what I mean? So, you know, we definitely gonna embrace that. You know, we don't want to turn away no kind of feedback. You know what I mean? We definitely open up to it. You know, what we're trying to do is trying to give us a good 3 weeks. We about a week and a half good right now. You know what I mean? We're trying to get a good 3-week push to really, you know, give us that. You know, we got Poop Out, you know, that's, you know, he on, you know, got a few other people, but we're trying to get us a good look, you know, momentum going. So, you know, within this 3 weeks time span, so we can really, you know, go on to the next phase. We're gonna get an Instagram page. You know, we're gonna put our logo out there so you guys can recognize us when you see us. You know who it is behind the logo. You know, we just doing things moving forward. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. But we moving.
Right. Yeah. Definitely, we moving. God is definitely moving us, and you know, we moving. We on the move, and that's our logo. We got a logo, and our slogan is real talk, because that's what we bringing. We bringing real talk to the airway. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like years ago where we didn't have social media. Man, it ain't no excuse to put your message out there. Man, now you can put it out there, but I submit to you, put the real stuff out there. You know what I mean? Like he said, like the brother just finished saying, you know, if you giving us some feedback and all that, and it's not to whereas, you know, you feel that we may do things a little bit different, just encourage us. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Encourage us to empower us. You know what I mean? Because I believe we're coming from God with this stuff and not our own intellect. Right. We're not coming with our own that we thinking we know now. We're coming with what God is saying, and so we're trying to filter it out with the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to be a family. We coming on like we family. You know what I mean? So if you wanna, like I said, you wanna DM us and just let us know how we doing or how we ain't doing, that's fine too. If you need me prayer requests, you can do the same thing. Like I said, our page, we get our page together so we can be more professional. But if at the end of the day, you know, if you need anything that we bringing forth, you know, we want to hear it. We want to hear about what's going on. You know what I mean? If you got a testimony, put it out there. You know what I'm saying? So we can elaborate on your testimony. Because them testimonies powerful. You know what I'm saying? Fire. It's fire that the churches don't do that no more. The churches don't testify no more. You know what I mean? You know, the bottom farm. I'm just say this, and Dex know what I'm talking about, man, on this line. She passed away, but I'm gonna use Sister Pataway, man. We used to have testimonial service. Sister Pataway used to get up there and say the same testimony every Sunday. But man, when she dropped her testimony, it was fire up in that piece. Because everybody, they dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? As some form of fashion. So that's what I love too. We can get on here and tell that, like that's what we do on here. We tell our testimonies.
Right.
You know what I mean? And show you where we come from to where what we doing now. And like I said, it's powerful stuff. So, you know, you got any else thing to say, Keith, before we wrap this thing up, man?
Nah, man. Basically, you know, stay true to yourself. You know, get a relationship with God. You know what I mean? It's not about religion, it's about relationship. Go to him, man. You know, I just believe it's that time for us to stop being ignorant and naive to who God is and what He represents, and really come up with it. You know what I mean? I think, even including myself, I think I was more intimidated and afraid than anything. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know. You know what I mean? I didn't know, and now I know. So I want to bring everybody else on. You know what I mean? And that's what, man. You know, that's where we at. You know, I'm sorry. You know, trust me, my energy is way bigger than what it is. However, right now, I just understand that we have a real big task at hand. And like I told you, I'm at a place where I'm focused. You know, this is my focus phase. You know, I'm here right now, but I'm already thinking about what we need to do tomorrow, what we need to do Wednesday.
Right.
So, you know, that's just what it is when you're trying to lead the people. Not only just lead the people, when you're trying to get the people attention, when you're trying to lead them and, you know, get them to a place where they're supposed to be. You know, you have to stay thinking ahead, you know what I mean? That's where I'm at with it, you know. Like I said earlier, I don't know who was on here, but I just understand, you know, don't get me wrong, I've been understood by my mother, but then it just came a totally different way, you know what I mean? So, like I say, man, this thing always taking turns, but we're always going in the right direction, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, y'all get your relationship with God, you know, get your relationship with your family, your kids, and live life to the fullest, you know what I mean? Be purposeful, though. Try to make sure you find purpose in life. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and how you do that, ask God to show it to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and like I said, man, I love y'all, man. You know, I appreciate everybody who heard my voice. You know, if you clicked on here, I'm pretty sure there's 1,000 other people could have clicked on. You know, I thank you for clicking on what we doing, what we got going on. You know, because it's from God. You know, and we not playing with it. You know, we take it very, 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 very seriously. You know, I wish we can really calculate the hours that we really put in on this, man. You know, and I think that I'm gonna say minutes. You know what I mean? We can calculate the minutes. You know, it'll be like off the charts somewhere. You know, but however, again, thank y'all for tuning in. You know, Marketplace Ministries, co-founder Keith Henry. You know, Chuck, you want to go ahead and get a recap and close it up?
Yeah, you know, appreciate that, Keith, man. It's powerful, man. Just how God has connected us, how He's jointed us together. You know what I mean? And because we tag team, that's what this is about. You know what I mean? Because really, I need somebody else, because Satan to me is our sparring partner. You know what I mean? And see, two of us will beat him down. Right. You know what I mean? Because we're learning how to fight in the spirit, first of all. But like I said, I appreciate you, man. You 37 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm 54, but it doesn't matter. Age does not matter. And I believe God wants us to get with the young and the young get with the old, so we can crush that lie, that curse, that we ain't supposed to grow together. We ain't supposed to do powerful things together. That's a thing of the past. You know what I mean? So now just believe how God is using us to come together and combat some of the stuff that's going on in the society, man. And we're gonna be people are looking. The word of God says the earth is waiting for the manifestations of the sons. Right. And the sons are the ones who shows up. You know, you think you this, that, and the third. You know, many are called, but few are chosen. The chosen ones are the ones who shows up. Right. Not the one who's sitting back with dots behind your name, and then you sit back pointing your fingers at everybody. But nah, it's the ones that really go out there, and God says if you direct that one sheep, you directed them all. Or if you leave that one sheep, you left them all. Yeah. So this is what we hear. We hear Marketplace Ministry to be a light, you know what I mean, to the body of Christ. And we just looking for y'all to connecting with us and keep lifting us up in prayer. We need your prayers. You know what I'm saying? We need your, your connection to God. You know what I'm saying? Because if you connect to God, then you can help us out. If you can't connect with God, we really, we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But we really need you to really go after God's heart and see what he has for you to do. And then now we can come together and do this thing that he really wants us to do, which is that oneness. So, we get ready to sign off. We appreciate you again. We're gonna let you know when we come back on as we get in this ministry more in tune with more excellence. We're operating in excellence. We're getting our page together. And this is Chaplain Anthony James, Marketplace Ministry, Keith Henry, Marketplace Ministry. We signing off. Peace.